What? 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 Hello you guys and welcome back to Stampaholics Anonymous. Today we are finally going to look at the Glampolish Slayer collection. It's a 6-piece collection. All of the polishes have names that relate to the TV series Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which is my all-time favorite. And all of them are sort of the same mixture, meaning that they have like a tinted base and then they have like shifting flakies in there, small and big, and they have like a little bit of hollow going on, like hollow glitters in there, and I have swatched all of them, which means that I have flakies and hollow glitters and everything like all over my hands now. But just let us look at the polishes one by one, and then we're gonna get into the live swatches, and then I'm gonna let you know which ones were my favorites. So first up we have If the Apocalypse Comes, Beat Me. This one has like a reddish base, reddish pinky kind of a thing. There's another like pink or magenta in there, so it's different from that, but it's red. And like I said, it has shifting flakies in there, and then holographic glitters. I think the glitters, yeah, they're glitters. Next up we have In Every Generation There Is a Chosen One. This one has obviously a green base, and then there's also shifting flakies in there, and hollow. Like I said, the makeup of these polishes is the same across the board. They just differ in the base color, pretty much. Next up we have The Earth is Doomed. This one has a blue base, very nice dark blue, makes the hollow stand out really nicely, I do think, and then of course it also has the shifting flakies. Next up we have this gorgeous one, which is called Did We Not Put the Girl in Girl? This one has a dark purple base, really pretty. Same deal as with the last one, shifting flakies and some hollow. And next up we have the one that I compared this one to, because they do look really similar, but this one is more of a magenta and this is more of like a true red, or like more pinky red. Anyway, this one, the magenta one, is called What Would Buffy Do? Yeah, and it has like that deep magenta base, really nice. And last and certainly not least, we have I Maybe Dead, But I'm Still Pretty. And this one has like rusty brownish, red brownish kind of a base. And then also, shifting flakies and hollow in there. So let's go ahead and look at all the swatches, and then I'll meet you back with my faves.
All right, let's start this Slayer ride off with I May Be Dead, But I'm Still Pretty. This is the one that has the more, I don't even know how to describe it because there's like 3 polishes in there that are so close together. But this one has like a rusty red, or like a red with some brownish elements to it. Formula-wise, I'm going to repeat myself over and over and over and over. This is a jelly polish, meaning that, the base is not fully opaque on its own because it needs to be a little bit translucent in order for the little parts of this polish to stand out, the flakies and the hollow. So it did take me 2 coats. You could end up needing 3 if you do really thin coats, but I got away with 2. I was fine. I didn't see any visible nail line. The formula is awesome. It just stays where you put it. It doesn't move anywhere. It doesn't run. It's not too thick. It's just perfect. So I'm going to be showing you 2 coats. With top coat this time because it dries down a little bit textured in the swatch pictures, and you're gonna see macro shots of all the polishes. Alrighty, next up is this purple gorgeousness, which is called Did We Not Put the Girl in Girl? And don't you think it's kind of funny that I usually talk like the most over the first swatch that I do, and then it just tapers off, and at the end I'm like, there's a polish, look at it. 2 coats, bye. So I'm trying to get better. And also, please let me know if you want me to continue do like 4 swatches, like 4 nails per polish, or if you would rather see like 1 finger but then closer up, like Phoebe does, for instance, or you know what your preference is, because it doesn't make any difference to me. I don't mind doing the 4 swatches, but maybe you guys are, saying like, girl, I don't need to sit, through you doing 4 nails. Anywho, this is Did We Not Put the Girl in Girl? And you can see how that the color deepens up with the second coat. And like, I don't even think you would need 3 coats for this one. And polish, the formula wise, it's perfect, just like the first one was. You're gonna see 2 coats in the swatch pictures plus top coat. All right, next up is this the red one? I think this is the red one, or the magenta one. No, this is the magenta one. Gee, I'm confused. This is what would Buffy do? And it's like I said, there's like 3 polishes that are kind of close to each other in, when you look at them in the bottle, but once you've got them on the nail, they're like, really easy to, tell apart from one another. So this is what would Buffy do. It's magenta based. Again, same jelly formula, covers in 2 coats for me, and the formula is really good. It doesn't run down your nails. The only issue is with these kinds of polishes that you're going to end up, when you remove it, those little flakies, they don't want to go. They just want to stay with you forever and ever, and they cling to your cuticles for dear life, or they end up on other parts of your hands and body because they like to stay with you. But once again, you're going to see 2 coats for this in the swatch picture plus top coat. Alright, next up is the blue polish in this collection. This color I can tell for sure. This is The Earth is Doomed. And like I said, it has more of a blue jelly base, but same mixture of flakies, color shifting flakies, and hollow particles in there. Again, it only took me 2 coats to get this one to full opacity, or like an opacity that I was okay with. Like I said, you might end up doing 3 coats if you do thinner coats, but for me, doing 2 coats was perfectly okay. And the second coat usually deepens up the color like enough to match what you see in the bottle, and that's fine by me. So I am going to do 2 coats for this one as well, and you're going to see 2 coats plus top coat in the swatch picture. Alrighty, next up is the green polish in the collection. This one is in every generation there is a chosen one. Again, same jelly formula, same mixture of color shifting flakies and hollow glitters or hollow particles. I'm not even sure if they're like even, even just regularly sized glitters, if you know what I mean, or if they're like little tiny shredded glitter particles. But anywho, it's pretty. It's really pretty. So again, this is one of the, it's a jelly base, but on the second coat, the base color got deep enough and opaque enough for me to wear. Like I said before, you might end up doing 3 coats, or like doing some spot treatment if you're not happy with the coverage in certain parts, or if you want to, move around those little flakies on your nail, you can always do that. I'm going to show you 2 coats in the swatch pictures plus top coat. All right, last and not least is the red polish. Yes, this is if the apocalypse comes, beat me. This is the red polish, red jelly base, same mixture of ingredients as per flakies and hollow. Same awesome formula. It stays where you put it. It doesn't, thicken up your nails. It's just great to work with. I love it. And again, this one I took 2 coats to get it to an opacity that I was okay with, and that I'm going to show you in the swatch pictures plus top coat. In theory, you could wear these polishes without a top coat on top, because you can see that it dries down really like glossy. But I wouldn't recommend wearing it without top coat, because it is a little bit of textured because of the flakies in it. So 2 coats plus top coat coming up in the swatch pictures.
Alrighty, so that were my swatches. I did, listen to or like watch clips from the Once More with Feeling episode from Buffy. That's like my all-time favorite episode. I think it's like pretty much everybody's favorite episode ever because, of the musical elements. Anywho, I have grouped them. Sort of. It's really hard to pick favorites because formula-wise these were like pretty consistent, and it's just, color preference, and that color preference for me at least, it changes like on a day-to-day basis. Sometimes I will like prefer darker colors, and then I'm really into pinks and neons, and it changes. So it doesn't really matter because you're getting the same awesome formula across the board. I only did 2 coats for all of these. Depending on how thick a coat you do, you could probably or should probably go ahead and do 3 coats just to be extra sure and make them extra opaque. But I figured out, like, with the second or third polish I swatched, how much I needed on my brush to get like 2 thicker coats to get them evenly opaque. I always have a hard time with my pinky finger for some reason. I don't know why. Because that one always ends up with like the least polish on it, even though I feel I'm doing everything exactly the same, but it's weird. Anywho, my favorites. First and foremost is Did We Not Put the Gur and Girl. I just love this deep purple base of this one, and just how the components work with the base color. That's my absolute top pick. And then I also picked The Earth is Doomed, which is the blue polish, and I may be dead, but I'm still pretty, because, there are somewhat, the darker shades in this collection, and I just think that, the combination of ingredients worked well with the base colors. It did work well with all of the base colors, and it's just amazing to see how you know, that there's the same components in these. They are just, you know, bouncing off of different base shades, and they do so different things on your nails. That's really astonishing. I like that, because at first I was like, meh, this is like a meh collection. It just looks so alike, like in the bottles, like I don't bother. But, you know, I bought it for the names, and I'm glad that I have it now, and I'm glad to have more glam polishes, because they do have A+ polishes, and like their formula is really good. They have a, you know, rather thin wand, or like the brush on their wand is like rather thin, which I do like. Yeah. And overall, I'm really happy that I have this collection now, and I'm actually gonna, you know, take a shower and get rid of all of the gunk that is on my hands. You know, those glitters are just, you know, they just want to stick to you, and they never want to let go. But once I'm done with that, we're actually going out tonight. I'm gonna be putting on Did We Not Put the Girl in Girl. Can't wait to wear this one, because it's really pretty, and I think that deep purple just gives it a little bit of extra oomph. Really like this. So let me know down below which ones were your favorite. If you have this collection, if you're into Buffy, I know a lot of you guys are, because I already read it the last time we chatted about this. Yeah, and yeah, just let me know your thoughts about this collection. And other than that, that's it for today, you guys. I love you very much, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!